A very good Monday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather or not forecast, courtesy of On Target. Folks, we've got a very difficult forecast ahead of us on a wild weather ride on the Kentucky weather roller coaster here as we work throughout this week, folks, and it all starts today. Take a look here off to our south and west. We have got this developing, deepening area of low pressure that's going to be ejecting here off to the north and east here as we work throughout the day. That is going to be bringing this cold front eastward along with it. We've got this area of high pressure located just to our south and east, folks, and with the arrival of the cold front and low pressure to our west, high pressure over here to our east, we're going to be looking at strong southwesterly winds impacting us today on into our Tuesday, folks. And as the cold front passes, those winds are going to be turning out of the north and west. We're going to get a jolt of winter-like temperatures in here throughout the second half of the work week, all right? So getting started, folks, you can already see with the deep southwesterly flow, we got moisture that's continuing to stream into the area, and that has kept cloud cover very much alive across the region. Looking over the white scroll weather nest cam, overlooking Bowling Green, showcasing the blanket of mid and high-level cloud cover, along with some low-level clouds that have already infiltrated the region. The same can be said overlooking the Beach Street New Sky cam up in Morgantown. You can see some filtration there of the bright moon, but with that being said, you can see that cloud cover is already starting to dominate the better portions of the sky. Temperatures hanging out right around the upper 40s, lower 50s region-wide. We've hit the mid-50s down here right along the Tennessee border. And folks, that is signifying the deep southerly flow that we're already experiencing. As we work into this afternoon, we're going to be placing high temperatures anywhere between the low to mid 70s, and that's going to be crediting those southwesterly winds that'll be gusting upwards of 20 to sometimes 30 miles an hour. Here's a look at the latest surface map, a little bit better illustration. You can see the stationary front there to our north, folks, is pretty much going to be transitioning into a warm front. That low pressure system is going to eject out of the Great Plains, placing us in the warm sector of the system with a deep southerly flow really warming us up for this time of year. Not just today up between the low and mid 70s, but before the cold front makes it east of the region, we'll be looking at those temperatures being achieved during the early hours of our Tuesday as well, all right? So let's jump over here and let's talk about what's going to be unfolding. And we have plenty to talk about, to say the least. All eyes are on this deepening area of low pressure. This is associated with an upper level low that's going to be meandering and ejecting towards the Great Lakes region. It's going to continue on that track throughout the entirety of today. Here we are working into mid-afternoon, and here we are looking at this evening, all right? So right around the 9 p.m. hour, this is where the surface map is going to be located. His cold front's going to be right here on our doorstep. We got the deep, moist air coming in here out of the Gulf of Mexico. As the cold front works through here, folks, likely rain chances will be making a return late tonight through the morning hours of our Thursday, all right? So we can jump over here and we can put up the comparison. Here we are looking at the big picture, and here is how the simulated radar forecast overplays. So as we work throughout today, folks, it's not completely ruled out that you might catch a stray sprinkler shower, but I think that most, if not all of us, are going to stay bone dry. We're just going to see the cloud cover thickening up out there. And then here we are working into this evening, folks, and the cold front is finally going to begin to arrive here from the west during the pre-dawn hours of our Tuesday. Here we are working into the 3 a.m., 4 a.m. time frame. Here we are looking at sunrise early tomorrow morning. We'll still have the scattered rain showers. We might have a stray rumble of thunder come along with this, folks, but we're not expecting any sort of severe weather. By the time we roll into midday on into lunchtime tomorrow, folks, the bulk of the moisture should be mitigated right along and east of the I-65 corridor, all right? So we should be drying out by the time we roll into tomorrow afternoon. But with that being said, winds are going to be shifting from out of the south to out of the north and west, and that's going to be bringing a drastic drop in temperatures as we work into the Wednesday on into the Thursday time frame. More on that here in just a moment. We're going to get through our Tuesday night, and then we work into the early morning hours of our Wednesday. Here comes another little passing boundary with that upper level low we were talking about. Another little lobe of energy is going to come in here, is going to keep light scattered rain showers around as we get into our Wednesday morning. And then again by the afternoon, folks, we should dry out yet again. Something else to take note of over the course of the next 72 hours or so is the strengthening wind fields that we're going to have to deal with. It's not going to be fun out there, folks. Here we are working into midday on into this afternoon. We've got readings up of 15 to 25 to 30 plus miles an hour. We work throughout the overnight. You can see these winds are continuing to intensify here. They continue all the way into our Tuesday as well. That might be overdone a little bit. You can see some of the mid and upper 40s. It could be achieved, folks, but I think the vast majority of the time, we're going to be looking at those wind speeds at 25 to 35 miles an hour as the cold front works through here. A few gusts could hit or exceed the 40-mile-an-hour mark. Then we're going to work throughout our Tuesday, folks, on the backside of the cold front. Here comes the colder air from the north and west. And here we are getting into Wednesday. Those winds are going to be booking it 25 to 35 miles an hour out of the north and west, ushering in a much colder air mass for us to take in. And folks, look at the winds. Here we were looking at lunchtime on Wednesday, folks. Even going into Thursday is whenever we're looking at the strongest wind fields that we're going to have to deal with. We're going to have very cold temperatures out there in the Thursday to Friday time frame. Highs might not be escaping the low to mid 40s, all right? Combine that with brisk northwest winds of 25 to 35, perhaps 40 plus miles an hour. Thursday wind chills for many of us, folks, are not going to be getting out of the 30s. That's just how it is, all right? Now for the million-dollar question. Well, Landon, what about snow chances? If it's going to get that cold, take a look here at the big picture model guidance, all right? This is what we were just looking at. This is valid for late this evening, okay? Cold front comes through here, bringing the likely rain chances late tonight into our Tuesday morning. And then we get into Wednesday, folks, and we have the development here of this low pressure system on the backside of that weather maker. This is valid for mid to late afternoon on Wednesday, all right? We're going to have the development of wraparound moisture on the northwest side of the low where the colder temperatures are going to be. And you will note the expansion of the purple and blue colorations as we work through our Wednesday evening and especially on into Thursday. So look at this here, folks. We got this swath of these light wintry mix or maybe even a few just snow showers that's working in here Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. It's not going to be a lot, folks, but right there in that time frame, you can see we could have some widely scattered little bursts of light snow here, but where ground temperatures and guidance is signifying little to no impact out of this, so that is the good news. But folks, rolling in here on Thursday, look at how tight the isobars are. Those northwest winds are going to be screaming like a banshee. It's going to be very cold, very, very blustery on Thursday, and then working into the final day of the work week, folks. Plain and simple, it's going to be much colder all the way through at least the start of the weekend, because you can see here, that low pressure is still over here. High pressure is right here, keeping the stout northwest flow in check here as we finish out the work week and we progress on into the weekend. Getting into Thanksgiving week, folks, we got numerous weather disturbances we're going to be keeping an eye on. It looks like we're going to have a baroclinic zone with deep southwesterly flow bringing moisture up into our vicinity. Here we are looking at Tuesday of next week. Here we are getting into Wednesday and, of course, Thanksgiving. We just got these numerous rounds of showers and storms that's streamlining in here out of the south and west. We're going to have to keep close eyes on this, folks, not just some localized flooding concerns. Some of these storms could be packing a punch along with it and could be on the stronger side, to say the least. Here we are working into Black Friday. It keeps the rain and storm chances around, and then a jolt of colder air with that weekend to follow with another dousing of very cold temperatures working in here by the first day of December, all right? So talking about the short-term model guidance focuses on the overnight and then working into our Tuesday. We've been given just a simple generalized thunderstorm risk out there, so we're not expecting any sort of severe weather. But again, folks, the big weather story is going to be this drastic alteration in temperatures working into our Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and on into the start of the weekend. Rainfall amounts are not showcasing much, folks. The bulk of this will be falling late this evening all the way through Tuesday morning. Might squeeze out a few tenths of an inch. We might have a few localized areas getting in on a little bit more. There's just not enough deep moisture content, and the fairly progressive nature of the system looks to get the front and the rain showers out of here, not allowing them to stay and hang around for very long. All right, so folks, take a look here. Your next 6-day weather forecast brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Low to mid 70s, the name of the game both today and tomorrow. Partly to mostly cloudy skies. Clouds will be thickening up as the day wears on, and then likely rain chances overnight, at least throughout our Tuesday morning. Going to have the lingering rain showers hanging around Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. Rays of sunshine come back after we get the rain showers out of here very early Wednesday morning. It's going to be much colder with highs holding right around the mid 50s. And then scattered light rain chances come back. Maybe a few snowflakes coming along with it that we just covered there in the video a short time ago. Highs Thursday into Friday, mid and upper 40s. Brisk northwest winds going to be bringing wind chills and holding them down into the 30s for many in the Thursday time frame. Overnight lows Thursday and Friday night right around the low and mid 30s, and then Friday will be right back up to near 50 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds in the fold. That'll wrap up your Monday morning whether or not forecast brought to you by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a